Hi everyone. This week we're going to talk about consonants and vowels. We're going to talk about orthography. What is that? Well, orthos means correct. Grapheme means to write. Orthography is the correct writing or spelling. It's the arrangement of graphemes into words in a language. Orthographic knowledge is spelling patterns such as CVC, as in the word cat. As I said earlier, this week we're going to look at the consonants and vowels of English orthography. A great example of this is the alphabet song. We have sang the alphabet song many, many times. We know there's 26 letters in the alphabet. But we need to think about children when they're singing the alphabet song. Many of them think LMNOP is one letter that's connected together. Think about the 26 letters and the sounds of those letters. There's more than 26 sounds or phonemes in our alphabet. This is very challenging when children are first attending to print. All right, I want to try an example with you. Inveigle is the word. Her mind lurched to the cold realization that, after all, he had managed to inveigle her in the web of his lies. From the context of the sentence, we know that inveigle is not a good thing. You might have noticed the prefix "in" and the ending "le". From the structure of the sentence, you may know that it is a verb. Because of web of his lies, you may have guessed that inveigle means to entangle. That's a really good guess. It means to induce, to allure, to pull in. How do we pronounce that word? Many of the words we read, we just read them. We don't even think about pronouncing them correctly. Sometimes when we are asked to read something aloud, that's when we make those connections. Think about the second syllable and think about these words: height, either, veer, involved, veiling, or eight. We select the most helpful connections and ignore the others. We do this unconsciously. That's what we want children to do. When we look at this word inveigle, that VEI is much like veil. Inveigle. That's one of our clues. The goal in phonics, vocabulary, spelling instruction, word study is to help students expand the categories by making connections among words and drawing out important principles that they know in a deep way. For example, if I know the name Bill, it helps me know bat, book, and ball. Or if I know the word ball, it helps me to know tall, call, and mall. So this week we're going to expand our connections as we read and discover new categories of consonants and vowels that are important tools for learning to read and write. By the end of the week, you will demonstrate knowledge of consonant and vowel categories. You will design a literacy center for a specific consonant or vowel category. You'll participate in group discussions in order to construct new knowledge. And you'll be collaborating with your classmates via the forum discussions about consonants and vowels. Reading assignments this week. Chapter 3 from Word Identification Strategies. Chapter 3 is Early Word Identification in Preschool and Early Kindergarten. So this chapter talks about the earliest word identification strategies developed long before children come to school and long before they actually learn to read. Before children read words, they often associate meaning with cues in the environment, such as logos, product packages. All of our children at an early age recognize the yellow M for McDonald's. Early in their literacy journey, children may infer meaning from illustrations. This is often reading by saying words that describe the pictures. As children begin to notice words, they may look for cues in a word's unique shape or length so that it's a visual for them. And when children first pay attention to the letters and sounds in words, they associate a letter sound or letter name with the whole written word. Chapter 4 in Word Identification Strategies is Analogy-Based Phonics in Late Kindergarten and First Grade. This chapter talks about analogy-based word identification, how children use parts of familiar words to read unfamiliar words. Syllables have two-part structure consisting of an onset, which is the consonant that comes before the vowel, and a rhyme, which is the vowel and all the letters thereafter. Words that share a common rhyme form word families. Children who know how to read a rhyme in a known word have a clue to the identification of any word that is spelled with that rhyme. And rhyme is R-I-M-E. Before I get to your lab assignment, I want to go down to the forum. This week for Forum 5.1, you're going to create a Pinterest board. This board is specifically a phonics board. You need to choose one of these categories that pertain to the study of letters and sounds. As soon as you have selected your category, please submit it. Oh, we have 2 already submitted. So that we don't duplicate boards. So as soon as you know, submit it into the forum. Your Pinterest board will need to state the category with a clear explanation in simple terms indicating your understanding of the category. Your category should include no fewer than 20 pins and satisfy the 5 criteria below. You're going to include at least 5 activities or games to use when teaching or independent use in a learning center. It should be complete with directions and illustrations. Include titles, brief description and a rationale for 3 picture books that could be used with your category. You need to include a word sort in your learning center. And you may also add additional resources. Again, it says early in the week you should select a consonant vowel category and submit it to the forum. No categories should be duplicated. However, within vowels, for example, there could be vowel diphthongs, vowel digraphs, controlled vowels, etc. You will select on a first-come, first-served basis. By Thursday, you should submit a link to your completed Pinterest board so that you can explore each other's boards and receive peer feedback. These boards may also give you activities that you could use while tutoring your student. There's many resources available in the supplemental links. If you have any questions, please ask me. Remember that you need to include at least 20 pins, and these 5 criteria need to be met on your board. Lab assignment for week 5. This week you're supporting your student in reading and writing. Continue with your timesheet. Make sure that you are taking notes on your students' behaviors of reading and writing because you're going to need that for your final project. You should be implementing activities from the spelling inventory. If you need letter identification activities, please let me know. If you're struggling to find activities that match the assessments that you have given, please let me know. I can help you with those activities to give you some ideas. You've given the assessments. Okay, so we want to take that information to drive your instruction. How are you going to help those children learn more letters or more sounds in words? If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.